answers you seek, and rhythm can lessen the pain. The gods, they are fickle, routinely oblique, but worship is rarely in vain. Thela has granted my one true request. The journey is now mine to take. With grays in my hair and aches in my chest, at long last I'm feeling awake. Loves have I lost and friends have I made, and many hard drinks have I downed. The devil I've crossed, that debt yet unpaid, but to Rowan my soul is bound.
So, last time on the Paragon Company, made your way through Olde Baenum, collected the final of the 3 rubies that Balceron was using to amplify his undeath curse. You found the ghosts of Jillstein and Festwin trapped inside. Convinced them that you were going to destroy Balceron, had a little bit of advice from Jillstein, and then destroyed the rubies, which broke the curse, released the souls, and weakened the zombie clot enough where you guys, while it was still trapped inside, made quick work of it. Then you made your way back to Baenum, where you found that the town guard and various members of the Paragon Company that had been stationed there leading up to the attack on Balceron's manor were defending the town against a swarm of undead that had snuck through the tunnels of Olde Baenum into Baenum. And while they took care of that, you guys went inside, found Balceron disguised as his butler, and proceeded to attack him. You guys made quick work of him. When he died, his vault in his parlor exploded, destroying whatever was inside. And you guys pretty much left the manor having just defeated Balceron. Pretty much where we left off was with you guys immediately leaving his manor with some downtime stuff that we'll get into in a few minutes. So, you guys, you've collected his head and everything. Tracks at his head. You guys leave the manor and find that the undead that were in Baenum all seem to have collapsed, and the city guard, or the town guard, and the Paragon Company and Centellan priests and everyone are just sort of starting to clean up. After you guys defeated Balceron, discovered that, all the undead were funneling through the tunnels into his manor, where he released them into the town. The people of the town had locked themselves in their homes, and luckily the preparations you guys had made prevented any more casualties with the townsfolk, which led to some downtime stuff that you guys started to do. Let's see. You guys had, Trax and Archie got some workers to go into Olde Baenum and collect the 2 halves of the half of the symbol of El Halet from the Church of Undead to bring to Baenum, where the priestess there had it connected, so completing the full circle of the death and undead symbols together, which Trax noticed immediately after things started to, like new shoots of grass and stuff around the church. Seemingly maybe the ground is fixing itself. Trax also led a little solo venture back into the underground tunnels of the church, where he found that there was a tunnel directly from Balceron's manor basement that led into the underground of the church. So there was a connecting passage you guys had missed before that connected all the way to Balceron's manor in Baenum, where he also discovered a coin that when he touched it, he heard a voice speak to him inside his head, which, upon investigating, discovered that this coin had the soul of Balceron in it, and that seemingly at some point Balceron was just a pretty normal wizard who was trying to use magical means to extend his lifespan, and in an experiment separated his soul from his body, but then his body without a soul just dropped the coin and went on to do truly terrible things. So I know you guys were kind of trying to discuss what to do with him at one point. But that was all in downtime.
Also, Archibald is treating him like he's a computer, and so I've taken to calling him Balware as a nickname.
Balware, yeah.
Really looking for that.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Trying to think what else. Because we had a huge. This is our longest gap between sessions.
Grabach done helped a lady. And he tried real hard to make a spell work. But
yes.
It didn't work, and he was
Yes.
stirring and cutting and bleeding and stirring.
Right.
And
So
it didn't want to work.
yes, Grabach took the materials you guys had put together from the apothecary in Olde Baenum and brought them to Zara Fletcher, who was the young hagborn woman who was trying to put together a cauldron and make a potion to possibly give her some of her magic power back. Grabach brought her all the stuff. She did the incantation, put it in the cauldron, and at the time, nothing seemed to happen.
Rude.
He tried his best. He was giving it his all.
Right.
Stirring the cauldron, checking the temperature, cutting himself, bleeding into the pot, turning into a werewolf, cutting himself again, bleeding into the pot. Like,
Right.
come on, one of
That's a
my
lot
blood.
good magic. I can't believe that didn't work.
We considered bleeding more.
He wanted to, but Mike's like, stop bleeding so much.
Have you tried jumping into the cauldron and sacrificing yourself?
Not Mike, the NPC. She
Yeah.
was like,
He was very like, it's okay, you're good, you can stop.
please stop.
Have you tried jumping into the cauldron and physically sacrificing yourself for the cause?
Right.
Probably would have gotten to that had she not stopped me.
It's so nice how Zara is so protective of Grabach's mortality.
Well, she's just, looking for a little bit of blood, Like, the spell only called for a little bit.
I mean, I would argue that if a little bit's good, then a lot is fantastic.
Well, you know, she's new at this too. So
That's the problem, is you need to kill a whole adult-sized man to get your powers back. Which you
Also,
like-
I'm sorry, I named this NPC way before I met you.
See, there's Zara and then there's Zahra.
Right, so it's that's why I keep trying to emphasize it's like Sarah but with a Z. It's Zara, not Zara. Yeah. But yeah, there was something else. I'm having a hard time remembering. Oh!
I mean, Zara did go.
Yes. Zara went and actually took a trip to Fort Algus to officially learn blacksmithing from Mr. Smith.
Nice.
Yep.
Now you can make your own shoes.
No need to rely. No need to rely on probably untrustworthy people.
Right.
Yeah, like,
Oh my god, now.
If she felt so inclined, she could make herself like crystal shoes, crystal encrusted shoes.
you mean that's what you're gonna do, right? I cannot believe you have the idea for dope ass crystal encrusted horseshoes and not execute on that dream.
Okay, see, she's still like trying to like lay low for quite a while, so she might have some like onyx encrusted ones, matte, unpolished gems, for that hint of fancy, but not eye catching.
I think you should give yourself diamond cleats.
I think you should have some type of traction to let you better climb.
Yeah,
Ooh, diamond cleats that would work. Diamond's like the hardest naturally occurring substance. If I have like diamond spikes at the bottom of my shoes, I can just like literally scratch at the rocks.
Oh, there was one other thing that I did remember just now. Was that in Very Mean Spirits, Akira pickpocketed a innocent pink-haired young woman's guild badge, which somehow ended with a bunch of mice overrunning the Arce's Horse Tavern.
the tragedy, really.
Yeah. Darius Clay, the owner of the Arce's Horse, is still trying to recover financially.
What the fuck? Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a hard day. But
I mean-
I got a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
Didn't the mice like pickpocket like every single like steal coin from every single like patron of the tavern?
Yes.
Apparently, the chaos I created allowed Barry to pickpocket from the head guy at the Arce's Horse.
He doesn't know what pickpocketing means.
Oh man, Grabak would have punched a mouse who had tried to pickpocket him.
Picking their elected.
Oh, actually, since Barry and Zara know each other, can we say that like Zara's like just coming into town because like they haven't seen each other yet?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm actually I have to do a thing as Archibald before I'm buried, so.
So what I was gonna say was we can pick up with, it's been a couple weeks since you guys defeated Balceron. Baenum seems to be in a bit of an upturn. Obviously, people feel much safer. A lot of, truth has come to light. People are regularly exploring Olde Baenum now, trying to figure out what to do with all the wreckage. Perhaps they're looking for some wealthy investors.
Is there anything valuable in the wreckage?
So that is one thing that people have noticed since the gates have become sort of publicly open, is that seemingly the rumors of all the valuables hidden within Olde Baenum were an exaggeration of Balsaron to just try to get people to go in there.
Oh well.
How are my employees doing?
So your employees are, like, they're doing fine. They are going in every day.
Oh, specifically my butcher and my old man.
So, I do want to get to that, actually. Butcher, when you've seen him, he is physically starting to recover. He's still a bit out of it mentally. Years in a weird, undead-infested place, thinking that you're just a regular town butcher might do that to you. But a lot of the, like, weird, like, sores and growths and stuff on his body are starting to recover, and he is every day looking more and more like just a more normal orc fellow.
Nice. Alright, I've already talked to you about my plans with him.
Yeah.
Good.
The apothecary, I'd say you guys should go check out if that's what you want to do.
Trax really wanted, I know Ernesto really wanted to be a part of that. I don't know if we should wait for him.
That's fine. So one thing that you guys have noticed since the time that, since you guys defeated Balsaron now, is that the town flyers are starting to make more of a presence in Baenum. You've been hearing a lot of talk about the Paragon Company saving the town from an evil necromancer.
Nice.
And actually, one morning, while you guys are all together at the Arce's horse, a young satyr boy comes in with kind of like a newsy hat, and he's just like, "Oh, all right, just who I was looking for." And he sits down at the table with you guys. And
I ignore him.
of course,
Akira smiles brightly at him and goes, "Hello."
he's like, "Hi, I am with the town flyers, and I have been looking to talk to you, the group that have killed Basilor Balsaron."
That's us.
Yeah, Zara just like gets a very chilly smile, and just like tries to fade into the background as much as the centaur can fade into the background.
Akira whips out her latest edition of the Chronicler
Okay.
that details in great depth the highs and lows of our party and the illustrious defeat,
Right.
and hand the town flyer.
Nice.
I continue to work on the project, ignoring him completely.
Tom K got him. As is tradition.
So he takes the tom cake. He takes the tom cake. He's like, "Thank you kindly," and he just starts eating it.
Okay,
And
hang on real quick. This is not meant to be like a thing. Are tom cakes starting to get a reputation?
I don't know, are they? No.
No, I'm curious because like a lot of important people in town have had them at this point, and like there's gonna have to be a certain point where instead of being like, "Oh, what's this then?" Someone's gonna have to be like, "Oh shit, a tom cake."
Well,
I've heard of those.
He's not from Baenum, right? So he might not know what it is.
Mostly, I just think Brian deserves to be famous.
Agreed.
Yeah, Tom can start an entire economy based on tom cakes soon.
It's a big part of. Never mind.
$1.
So, actually, that reminds me, Tom, do a cooking check for me.
Yeah, I ask this every time because I forget every time. I'm really sorry. Is that just which
Do
wall
a-
is that?
it's a charisma check plus your proficiency bonus.
Plus my food.
I think it's 3 now.
Let's see. Yeah, it's plus 4.
Oh shit.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. I rolled a 23.
Okay. And that's with your proficiency bonus added too?
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes it, he takes a bite out of it, he's like,
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. It's a 26.
okay. So yeah, he takes it, he takes a bite out of it, and he's just like, oh wow. You're that baker I keep hearing about, I wager.
No. I am a Tom.
Right. Keep with cooking, I guess. But anyway, he's like, so he starts thumbing through the chronicle, and he's like, oh, wow, this is very detailed, miss.
Akira smiles brightly and goes, "Thank you. I am an aspiring member of the town criers myself. I would love to hold such an illustrious position as yours."
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just a regular crier, but actually, what I wanted to talk to you all about was, people have just been saying that the Paragon Company saved the town, but I guess, what is your team called specifically?
I mean, I think we've had a few different ideas, but
Dangerous territory.
We're the best friends gang.
We're the best friends gang.
BFGs.
BFGs.
The giants.
Big friendly giant.
The what?
The BFGs, the big friendly giants.
The BFG.
I mean, who's this? I think everyone's. I don't think there's a single small member of this group. Like, who's the shortest here?
I mean, by
Archie.
like Archie, actually, because he's missing half
He's
of
got
his
no
legs.
legs.
Yeah. So.
They might be giants.
I mean, I'm still partial to either the Renegade Company or Skulls and Rockets Incorporated.
Oh, I like
I am also. I really do like Skulls and Rocks Incorporated for some reason.
I mean, I've literally drawn our logo and stuff, so I think it's well worth it. It's a rocket and it's
Oh, where is it?
it's in one of the sketch books. I know I've shown it to you guys. It's like blasting off and like hurling into the air.
Hey, Mike, can I roll a skill check to draw Jesse's logo in game?
Sure. This would be. Just give me. You're not proficient with. Or no, you are, right? You're proficient.
You got drafted.
Yeah. So, go ahead and give me a drafting check.
Okay, let me sign in because it just decided to not have me logged in.
Uh-oh.
Let's just 1 sec. Okay, so I would just roll I can roll like a wisdom and then add my proficiency to it.
I'd say do, because you're drawing something.
Dexterity.
Yeah, do dex.
Sweet, even better. So dex, and then I add my proficiency, right?
Yeah.
All right, 21.
Okay. Yeah, so you just real quick draw the Skulls and Rockets logo and hand it to the satyr. And he takes it and he's like, oh wow, this is really cool. He's like, but is that your team name, or you guys can talk about it if you don't have one yet. I know sometimes members take a while to come up with something.
But we know we're Skulls and Rockets Incorporated.
All right.
Trying
We
to
are
say
an
we didn't
umbrella
think about
business
this.
attempting to form capitalism.
What'd you say, Brian or Kevin?
Trying to say we didn't think about this.
Yeah, right.
We did.
Do I look? Oh wait. Akira kind of looks taken aback for a second. She goes, "Do I not look like a thinking person?"
Well, Yes, I never said anything like that. I was just asking a question.
We can think pretty dang good.
We can think. I look at Grabach and Tom, and I go, the three of us can think at least as well as half of him. And I point to Archie.
Yeah, we have one brain cell across all of us.
I have at least
Yeah.
Completely not engaged in-
Yeah, Zara nods and goes like, yeah, thinking is certainly something that they do.
I have at
Yeah.
least 3 servants specifically for thinking.
Yeah. So like Susan's like perched
We
on like
think.
Zara's shoulders, like nods. Well, she bobs her head. It could be construed as a nod.
He's like, well, all right, I'll put you down for Skulls and Rockets Incorporated. It's a bit wordy. I might just call you Skulls and Rockets, but
A subsidiary of the Renegade Company.
just make the title so long that no one wants to use it. No, Kevin.
Rocket.
I don't know why, but that just sounds very dirty.
A little bit, yeah.
So he's like, well, I'll be seeing you around town, and he looks over at Tom and waves like the last bite, and he's like, thanks for the cake, friend, and he like gets up and runs out the door.
Tom throws another cake at him before he leaves.
So he catches it. Yeah.
Actually, Sue catches the cake, flies over to the statue, like, dumps on his head, and then like, as she's flying away, just like poops on his shoulder, unnoticeably.
He looks at it and he's like, it's a bit gross, but they say it's good luck, I guess. Well, bye, and he runs away. So, you guys, honestly, you're pretty freed up right now with what you want to do.
Can we just really quickly just roll, if it's okay with you? Can Tom just throw a really quick bake sale for the Arsa S'mores to help them recover financially?
Yes.
I have a question. I can help with that. Can I like summon my familiar and stuff? We could like pass word around town and make and drum up business.
Obviously, we can do that after Archie. If you want to do Archie first, whichever is,
It might be better because Barry can actually help with that a lot more. But
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Can we do that after Archie's then?
Okay. All right. So, Archibald.
On a side note, after that, can Grabach try and get some help to help Zara Fletcher?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Perfect.
All right. So, Archibald. What was it you needed to do before?
okay, so Archibald had been ignoring everything that had been going on, and he has like a screen in front of what he's working on, and there's like a large amount of like obvious sparks and like shoots of electricity, and like it just doesn't seem like anything he's doing is safe. But all of a sudden it like quiets down, and he takes off his like big ridiculous like multi-lensed goggles that he's wearing, and he goes, perfect, and he plops down the screen, and he's got like just a series of little boxes, and he's gonna say, so I'm still obviously working on a lot of what I'm working on in town, and I have good news and I have theoretically bad news. What would you all prefer first?
Bad news.
Let's go with bad.
The bad news is that after running the calculations, I don't believe that the town of Baenum can really get back on its feet on its own, and I feel obligated to stay and help for a little bit longer than the team is going to be staying in town. So I'm going to be here while you guys are on your way out.
Tom screams, "No, you can't leave us."
Actually, technically, and Archibald like holds up a finger. In this circumstance, you'll be leaving me.
Yeah. Zara puts like an elbow on Archie's shoulder and goes, "So you're saying you won't be able to like lend us your scientific mind and expertise anymore?"
I will be completely indisposed, but I have thought a little bit about that. And he pulls out the malware coin, and he puts it on the table. And he's like, myself and malware, as I've been calling him, have been discussing the likelihood of his continued existence in relation to the likelihood of him helping you guys with intellectual problems.
Thomas, what does intellectual mean?
So, for instance, Tom, if you can't exactly figure out what a word means, you would do this. And I like hand him the coin, and I'm like, ask him what you just asked me.
What does intellectual?
So, Tom, no one else can hear this, but Tom, while you're holding the coin and you ask this question, in your mind, you hear the voice of Balceron, but it does sound younger than, the person you spoke to in person and then fought. But you just hear, well, it's a, it's funny. I'm not actually very good at explaining this sort of thing to people in your particular capacity.
Tom says, okay.
All the stuff your friend Archibald does with his brain?
Yeah, he's very smart.
Yeah, it's that kind of stuff.
Oh, thanks, Malmouth. And then, gives Archie back the coin.
I never said it was okay to... And then you put the coin down.
Yeah. Zara was like very mistrustful of the coin, and I just asked, like, you sure we can't melt that down? Even like a coin's worth of gold is still, worth something.
Grabot pipes up that I've talked to the coin, it's worth nothing. We should throw it away.
No, Grandpa, we should be playing ball with it.
Oh yes, we can hit it.
We should hit it.
So, and I hold of like a hand up, and I'm like, the deal is that if he doesn't answer your questions, then all of those things are reasonable options. But until he starts to become unhelpful, he is one of my employees.
Can you put him on a necklace for me? I like jewelry.
Pretty easily, actually.
Okay.
Grabot's like an employee. Servant, yes. Okay.
Can Zara try to swipe the coin? She wants to talk to the so-called young Balceron.
I don't think I can stop you. I don't know what you roll again, but like.
Question: if we hold hands, could we like both hear them in our brains?
Or if we both put a finger on the coin?
Yeah.
You guys haven't tried anything like that yet. So far,
right.
only one person at a time has held it.
Hey Zara, you want to try holding this coin together?
Sure. Let's go look at the young Balsa Leech.
So the two of you both touch the coin?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, as the two of you touch the coin, both of you start to hear his voice in your minds. Oh, this is different. Hello.
Zara doesn't even greet him. She just goes, What are your opinions on gold, specifically theft and specifically extortion?
Well, I mean, you need gold to buy things and do research generally. I've never really thought about extorting someone, but I do know why you're asking me about it. I don't agree with what my body did after it ditched me in this coin, if that's why you're asking.
Do you happen to know? Do you happen to know of what any connections your body had before that would have helped him? People to obtain resources from, gold, supplies.
Well, I mean, from the look of it, he didn't keep in touch, but when I was still in control of things, I did most of my research and got most of my funding through the Mages Guild.
Tom also touches
Oh.
the coin.
Oh, good, he's back.
Everyone else is doing it, so I just wanted to join in.
Akira high fives Tom.
Oh wait, oh it's that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Then you're not worth much. And they're like, and Exar's like, let's go. Not even like, I'm not even interested in like hearing what else.
What are your opinions on propaganda?
Propaganda? I mean, sure, I think every guild and country, kingdom, whatever, uses it in some regard. I feel like it helps weed out, a certain type of individual from another.
Tom tries to feed Mao Mao a small piece of a Tom cake onto the coin.
So you're just like mushing. So there's just like a pause.
Can you taste it?
I don't have like a body. I don't need to eat like currently stuck as a coin.
Tom is horrified.
Sucks.
Yeah, as like Zara just like touches the actually no, Zara didn't hear that. Never mind.
And no, I can't taste.
Tom is very horrified.
Yeah, like if Zara could have heard him, if she had heard him, she would have like touched the coin and just goes like loser and just like looked on you.
Yeah. Kira looks over at Tom and does like in like a dramatic stage whisper. He's got no taste, Tom. He doesn't know anything about paper cakes.
Tom is very dramatically and just looks at Archie and is like, can we please fix that later?
So for now, guys, think of him as like Archibald like takes the coin as he says this, so that he makes sure that Bauer hears it. And he's like, for now, guys, don't think of Bowser as a member of the team or a person. Think of him as a really advanced tool.
So so a more use so gizmo, but useless.
Yes, a less good gizmo. What I can leave behind.
Bismo.
So, Archie, as you're the only one holding the coin when you say this, you just hear in your head, I understand that you guys don't trust me, but I have been nothing but helpful since you found me.
That's true.
Well, yeah, no, he's been great.
Oh, okay.
This isn't Balceron as has done. This guy hasn't done really anything much worse than anything I've done. This dude is like he got frozen in stasis. Well, actually worse than that, he got trapped in like a coin, but cognizant for the entire time that the other him is doing like all the bad stuff.
Right.
So like he's really no worse than that teacher lady.
Teacher lady?
So are we gonna have do we have a way to carry him well? Because like we're gonna lose a coin unless it's like.
Oh, I'm just gonna put it on her chain.
Oh, perfect!
I'll just wear it.
Yay!
Honestly,
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm the one who's attached to you normally. So.
Oh, perfect! Oh my God, Akira is very heartbroken by Archie leaving, but the idea of having someone smart close by brings her comfort in a world where she's not very smart.
So
I mean, like we have like Balteron's soul is a bit lucky, that he's stuck in a coin. Because I had a feeling if he was living or he had a body, a corporeal body, he would be bullied.
Everyone's real mean to all of its NPCs, so
Except for Fig.
except for Fig.
That's because Fig is great.
Okay, out of character, I still from what I've gathered, Fig is a creepy doll-like thing.
Grabak does not like Fig.
So,
Fig is creepy.
So, because, I don't think Fig's ever really come up since you've joined the game. She's a real person that lives in the capital and is the official job giver for Paragon Company. But because of, the fact that she's in the capital, she developed a system of being able to communicate with other Paragon Company members all across Mistra by using this, marionette that sort of looks like her. But it's just unsettling because it's suddenly very jarring, a marionette coming to life and talking, as her.
Zahra wants one.
Oh my god, except Zara's marionette is just always a centaur trying to climb a wall.
No, imagine a centaur marionette is trying to climb up your back, just rest across your shoulder like a cat.
Oh god.
Actually, good thing that she hadn't encountered Fig yet, because I have the feeling it's gonna lead to it.
Also, out of principle, Grabak will not use Balware. Grabak's still under the impression that he's useless because he has no monetary value. So he's not even gonna bother with him. Also, he doesn't like talking to him. So
just to clarify, he's not even a used coin for money. He's a weird black and silver coin that looks like it was more of a collector's item or a decoration or something.
So yeah, Grabak is just under the impression that he's useless. I don't need him.
Yep.
Zara is going to wait for it. Is going to she's not looking forward to it, or she's eager for it, but she's keeping an eye out for the day where it turns out that he might be better off melted down to make a nice pretty bracelet or something.
Yeah.
Grabak's with you.
What would happen? So Akira is asking Balsaran and Archie this. So I guess I touched the coin to Archie while I asked this, and I go, what would happen if we were to do the shark tooth method? So the coin.
Oh, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Not at all. This is a soul.
Understood.
Sorry, were you holding the coin when you said that?
Yes.
What's the shark tooth method?
Roll a history check, Mike.
He doesn't know. Yeah, no, he doesn't know.
Okay. The shark tooth method is an Oni method that that is used to recognize young Oni on their chronicles. Before Oni leave on their chronicle, they have a small mark that is made, and then a familial shark tooth is put into the wound, so that the shark tooth is heals up inside the wound and is scarred over.
That sounds unsanitary.
Well, Oni have superior immune systems, so they're not worried about minor infections.
Oh, well, that's fine. But also, I don't have a body, so I don't see how that's relevant.
Yes, that's certainly.
You're the shark tooth about there.
Please do not put me inside of someone's skin to
I just pointed out that it would be nice to be able to turn it off, so that doesn't seem.
I will be both very uncomfortable with the idea, and also I will make it really awful for the person, because it is lonely being stuck in a coin for however long.
Oh, so sad.
Alright, it's not getting too sad for me, so I just hang up.
You just let go.
Hang up.
Put them in a dog.
What?
Put the coin in a dog.
Oh, a talking dog.
He'll be like Scrappy Doo. Everyone will despise him.
I mean, he's also be bullied like Scrappy Doo.
Okay, I have to do this because I can. Just a fucking dog bursts in while you guys are fighting some shit, and then opens its mouth, and then just in Veltron's voice, ba-da-da-da-da-da, fireball.
Wait, the dog then swallowed the coin, did he?
Yeah, right? So, Archibald, I believe you had some boxes.
It did. So then Archie spreads out the boxes and says, on the other hand, the good news is that I feel worried about everyone if I left you all on your lonesome. So I've prepared some gifts with a preliminary part of our investment.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then
Azar
on
just
the
sits
table-
up straight immediately because she loves gifts.
Yeah, and on
So,
the table he puts out, boxes. How are they wrapped and everything?
So each one is in a different color, little wooden box with a different metal for the trims and stuff, but the boxes are otherwise identical. So I don't know, let's see. The one that I give Zara is red with gold trim. The one that I give Grabak is green with a silver trim. Or no, wait, it's not. It looks silver, but it's actually platinum when you get a closer look at it. Grabak could tell the difference.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
Just from the touch alone, ooh.
One's
Fine,
kind of blue with a black metal finish.
Is it tungsten carbide, the manliest of all metals?
It is tungsten carbide. The one for Akira is a really. What's Akira's favorite color? Archie would know this.
It would be gold.
So the entire thing is just gold. It's just dipped. It's gold on gold, actually shiny and stuff. Ridiculous.
I know he's not quite here yet, but his tracks is just all black.
It's all black, yes, but with
It's black with darker black.
Yeah, it's black, but with a darker black for the metal portions. It's
And
whatever the Mistran version of the thing. It's even manlier than
Banta
tungsten.
Black.
Yeah, it's
Fantasy Banta Black.
it's like black mithril.
Nice.
But I don't know who wants to get their thing first.
Drop by was present. Or Tom.
Okay, Mike, do you have the list of items, or should I find it?
Oh no, I do not.
I'll go for Kevin.
You sent it to me a while ago, but I am sick and not as prepared as I should be.
All right, if I say them, will you be able to give them to everybody as we go?
Yeah, no, I can do that.
Oh, yeah, I can't do these things.
No, I know, I'm kidding. Geez.
Oh, okay. I would have done it already.
My
Okay,
God, you
so-
guys.
Does Grabak go first?
Yeah, he's Kevin said first.
Okay, so when you open your box, it's a pair of cufflink charms. and each one of them is in like the really stylized shape of like a wolf's claw,
Ooh, fancy.
and they are the insignia of claws, which I will now do to Google's and tell you what they do.
I already have it in his inventory.
Oh, feel free to check your inventory.
Checking inventory. Inventory. Insignia. Oh, is it coiling grasp tattoo?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
Refresh your page. It should be in there.
Let me do that. Sorry, I thought that was a different one.
You got that from
Oh, yeah.
something with downtime.
That's right, yes. The jewels in this insignia of the Cult of the Dragon flare with purple light when you enter combat, empowering your natural fists or natural weapons. While wearing the insignia, you gain a +1 bonus to the attack rolls and the damage rolls you make. With unarmed strikes and natural weapons, such attacks are considered to be magical. Fancy.
You now have
Roblox magic now.
you have +1 fists.
Muscle wizard.
Muscle
Okay.
wizard. I
cast fist.
Yeah.
Saitama style.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so
great.
who would like their gift next?
Oh, me.
Okay,
Roblox says thank you very much and puts them on.
sick. So they're extra shiny, and obviously they glow when you fight. So,
Nice. Oh, that's even better.
so for Zara, when you open yours, it's like a really fancy like leather cloak with like leaf accenting on like the shoulders and stuff, and the clasp is like a really like nice emerald jewel that looks kind of like a flower, and it's the nature's mantle.
Whoops, I searched.
Oh.
Hold on, I searched the wrong thing.
Wait, what flower?
Well, if you've ever told Archibald about it, it'll be a buttercup. But if not, then it'll just be like a lily or something.
Okay,
Oh, it's
so
Archibald. It's a sunflower if you haven't told him anything.
I think I mentioned that my gun is called like Buttercup.
So
Yeah, it's
probably-
named that in your inventory.
So yeah, it's a stylized buttercup.
Okay, so that's like a bit like speechless, and like just like looking at like Buttercup, like almost makes her tear up. Almost, she doesn't quite tear up, but like she goes like, "Oh," it's like in a very surprising tone. It goes like, "Oh, thank you."
And Archibald just like, I'm not okay. You would be able to tell if Archibald blushed. Oh no, he does his hair thing. Archibald does his hair thing, and his hair like sparks up a little bit, and he looks away, and he's like, I just want to make sure that everyone's safe.
What does it do?
Oh, I think but it's in her inventory.
Yeah, it's in Zara's inventory if you want to read what it does.
This cloak shifts color and texture to blend with the terrain surrounding you. While wearing the cloak, you can use it as a spellcasting focus for druid and ranger spells. While you're in an area that's lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action even if you're being directly observed. Ooh. That is really cool.
It's real specific to rangers, but you are a ranger.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Zara really appreciates that. And like somehow Sue just like gives an approving sounding cool. It's like cool. And like bobs her head.
I believe Tom was saying he wanted to do his.
Yeah.
So Tom's, it looks like a fancy clam like a nice clamshell, like bolo tie accessory, like the one he wears when he has one down. But it opens up and has like like a magical supply of. I think we agreed that they were tom truffles.
Yeah, Tom Truffles.
Tom truffles, and the technical item is the periapt of wound closure.
Don't know.
I think they've been wound, right?
I just added it to your inventory.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then does Archie explain to Tom?
Oh yeah. He breaks down like exactly how to use it, and he doesn't even explain how it does what it does or anything. He just tells him what to do in case it needs to happen.
Tom just kind of goes, "Yay, I'm invincible! Thanks, Archie."
So it is good.
Can we make it that Grabach has some type of like backpack-based baby carrier that when people aren't like here, Grabach's just holding their character on his back?
Maybe once Balceron gets a body, and if he gets a body, that's how you can carry his body when he's not inhabiting it.
That should be really funny.
Oh my god. I just imagine there are always T-pose behind you guys just floating around like.
I just they disappeared in the way that anyone other than your top 3 most important characters.
Yeah, like video game RPG, they just walk into one of you, like, Yeah, so I believe Archie, you
is
had
falling over the couplings, by the way.
Oh yeah.
He
I believe
digs
you
them.
had one more gift to give out.
Yeah, Trax is just the one for Akira.
Yep.
I mean, Exar's like grabs.
The pizza.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah. Can
Okay,
Zar's
what-
like grab Trax's gift and like sneak it into his like stuff?
So I'll just show you the thing because it's faster than you like finding it. But it's called the Centellian message chain.
Ooh.
All right, let me add it to her inventory.
So it's like a bunch of like medium-sized black beads with like 3 special like shaped charms. They're all like a little religious-y, but appropriate for Archibald's designs.
And so each one tells you when they're like good.
They do different things.
Yeah, okay, so one charm shows the health of its wearer. Is there more? Oh, okay. Oh, that's cute. Aww.
Yep.
Akira does the the very aww. And
Aw.
then like they're all romantic and stuff for a second. Behind like a thing of magic minor illusion that's put up. So
No PDAs, minor illusion.
And then I'm gonna just like steal the Balceron coin in like a little like sliding disc holder and just attach it to the bracelet and be like, there.
Yeah. Archie has passed out all the gifts, except the one to Trax, just because he's not here yet. Let me think. Archie, what is Jesse there?
you hear him, babe? Mike can hear you, but just give him a second to come in.
Okay.
So you can keep talking. Go on. He'll hear you.
Come here.
So I was gonna say, excuse me. So, as you guys are, exchanging gifts and everything, the door to the Arse's horse opens, and a small group of people walk in. A few of them you've seen, you recognize from just, the recent events in Baenum. There's like a pale elf fellow with sort of he's got kind of slick back black hair. He's like very, very pale, like to the point where his skin looks like it's almost like a blue-white. He's wearing like a black vest. He's got black leather gloves on. He's kind of walking in ahead of the rest of them with his hands in his pockets. And he's kind of hunched with his shoulders and looking down. Behind him are an orcish woman wearing like a red leather duster and like a Stetson kind of hat. And she's just wrapped with like bullet belts and stuff around her. This rather large, sort of human looking, but almost has like animal-like features to their face. Man who just, he's wearing very little, like just sort of like some animal skins and leathers around, and just sort of like walks almost in an ape-like fashion with like his arms almost dragging on the ground, like a gorilla. And he's just got two axes at his side. And they walk into the tavern, and they walk right up to your table. And the pale elf that is leading the group, he looks at all of you, and he kind of wipes his nose, and he's like, "Hey, I wanted to talk to you guys."
Tom's like, okay, hi, sure.
Hi.
Here's a Tom cake for all of you.
What's their vibe?
You want to give me an insight check?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just realizing that I can vibe check people, and like I'm so excited about it.
So I mean, really, that's actually the intended use of insight versus like people usually use it as like sort of a lie detector.
Yeah, 16.
16? So they all kind of give off a vibe of like tough, no nonsense types, but not unfriendly. Just, you know, they're more business than anything else. But you do notice, actually, Akira, that the three of them do all have Paragon Company badges.
Okay.
And here we are. So yeah, that's the general vibe you get.
Well, too, I think.
So the elf, they all take the tom cakes from you. The orc woman kind of smells it and stuffs it in one of her jacket pockets. The elf kind of touches it, but he doesn't eat it. The third fellow, the like animal-like looking man, he like in one bite just go. He's and he looks at you and he's like, "Thanks."
You're welcome. You want another?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives them another Tom cake.
So
All I'm imagining now is Animal from the Muppets.
Listen, I've been trying to decide a voice for him and trying to not just have it
No.
be Animal for so long.
No, be Animal from the Muppets.
So
He should be a bugbear, and he should just be a fucking Muppet.
So he's not a bugbear, but he does
Damn.
have animal qualities to him.
Okay. I'm interrupting Mira. I'm sorry.
Mm. I'm proposing the Tom Cake trust metric. The people who most positively respond to Tom Cakes, Akira implicitly trusts more.
So the elf, he takes it, but he doesn't eat it or anything. But he's just like, well, thanks. I wanted to talk to you guys. A bit of an issue that we're having. And you guys are uniquely qualified to maybe handle it.
Can we see the badges? Their badges?
Yes.
Okay. Akira puts her hand out. Can I see your badge?
Why?
Because I want to verify that you're Paragon Company members.
He kind of smirks and he's like, lights up and he taps it and it flashes.
Okay, and?
Do they have numbers on them?
Yeah.
So no,
Like,
none of your badges have numbers on them.
I was thinking that there was a way I could identify it, like, because of that.
Okay,
Never
this
mind.
is nerdy and just for show. Because it's canon that Archie keeps up with like Paragon Company news and notes and like dossiers and stuff. Would he recognize these people?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
All right, you're right. We should have run it through a software, aka our brain first. Facial recognition software. It's stone cutting edge tech.
I'm sorry, bro. I rolled a natural 20.
So, you've never met them. You did see them when you were running through town on the way to Balsaron. So, you got quick glimpses of them actually like fighting through the undead.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's been a couple weeks and Archie is the way he is, he has kind of looked into dossiers of all the Paragon Company people that he's seen in Baenum.
Okay.
So, again, you've never met them, but you do know that this group goes by Biting Fist.
So what I'm going to do, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
is Archibald is going to describe everything about them that you're willing to give us from that natural 20 as though like he was just rattling off like computer data without like thinking about whether or not you should talk about it or not. So like when Akira's like, I need to verify who you are, Archibald just looks up from what he's doing and is like, yes, the Fighting Fist, and then just starts telling their names.
No,
and stuff.
Biting Fist.
Oh, he's like, oh yes, the Biting Fist, and he like lists their ranking and like their names and like their individual like whatever is big in their dossiers.
So basically, you kind of go through, and I'll explain it, but we'll say it's Archie just rattling off the info. So you point to the elf, and he's the leader of the team. His name is Dorellis Belaine, and he's a shadow elf, not originally from Mistra, and he fights with a strange like shadow boxing technique that actually involves like shadow energy.
Right, I was gonna say.
Would you say there was some kind of shadow involved?
Like, yes, literally.
Mm-hmm.
The orc woman, she goes by Gold Tusk because she has like one of her orc tusks is actually like a gold tooth.
Mm-hmm.
But because you read her dossier, you know her name is actually Greta Vrokesh. She's pretty serious. She has a very high record of monster kills, and she is a pretty devout Centellan, but not so much in the way that she's very religious. She just really has a thing for firearms.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna involve myself with that part, but like obviously,
Yeah.
You say that?
what? Oh no, I don't have time to be like, hey, we share a thing.
The third person is not much is known about him actually. Like, there's no last name for him in his dossier. His name is just Scrag, and he's like a shifter, who was, just sort of raised in the wilderness and, had a hard enough time integrating into society, but has a real knack for fighting like big scary monsters. So he seemed like a good fit for the Paragon Company. And you also know, because of this, that there is a fourth member of the team who isn't here at the moment.
I mentioned that too.
Yeah.
Who's the fourth member?
Well, Jesse, you know all about her.
How much am I allowed to talk about it?
Let's see. I'd say... Actually, a lot of her information might be hidden from the dossier. I'd say her name, where she's from, and that she's under, like, particular supervision would probably be the things that were definitely in her dossier.
So I'm just going to point out that a young Burial Hanode, who is a recent transplant from, and I take just a second and like, it's how do I pronounce it? It's Dreet Hen.
Dreet Hen.
Yep.
Yep.
Archie pronounces it wrong.
Okay.
And otherwise, though, her information is surprisingly redacted.
Like, Zara just like perks up and goes like, "There's a burial part of this group."
So, the leader of the group, Dorelis, he kind of takes a minute and just looks at Archie. He's like, "Well, you're very well informed." And
Archie doesn't realize that this is a tough guy thing that he's doing, and he just goes, "Thank you, I am."
right. And then he looks over at Zara and he's like, "Yeah, that's actually what we came to talk to you all about."
Wait.
Yes, there's a fourth member of our group. Her name is Bariel. We call her Barry for short.
Hi, Barry.
She's got a bit of a unique situation. Yes, so we're in a bit of a unique situation where we need to go north to Fort Algus. We're going to be helping up there with, training some new recruits and things. Actually, I think that's partly because of you guys. There's been quite a bit of an upswing over in Fort Algus lately. New recruits to the guild and everything.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, it's great. You guys are doing really good work up here.
Thank you.
It's great work, not good work.
Yeah. But Barry shouldn't be kept in one place for a very long time.
Oh, my mother had that. Is she crazy? I think is the word. In this language?
Yeah, Zara's like eyes like practically just like glowing like, yeah, what do you mean by that?
Well, I think the best way I can really describe it to you is She has a unique condition. She needs to get out and go hunting, so to speak. And if she's cooped up in one place for too long, things start to get pretty hairy around her.
This runs out of resources.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Jesse.
Jesse said that place runs out of natural resources.
Yeah. Basically, she's a bit of a unique sort. But we were wondering, we were basically looking for a team to maybe take over watching her while we did our job up at the fort for a while. Probably for a few weeks, just to do some initial training. Then we'll be moving on. But Barry needs to, keep on the move. We didn't want to... Sorry?
I was going to say, Archibald's really not part of this choice. He's just like, I'm staying behind.
Yeah, Xara can't really say anything because she's not part of Paragon Company, but she's visibly
We gotta do something about that before the end of this.
I mean, the fact that Barry's gonna be here is gonna be a good incentive.
You can deputize it.
You're basically part of the Paragon Company. You literally did help kill Balsaros. Like,
also, you went to Fort Algus and trained with our Smith. I feel like at some point in this,
they
they would have been like, here's a badge.
So I was going to mention that actually, that if we had role-played it, I was going to have Greg ask you if you wanted to join because of that.
Honestly, I might as well. Okay, here's the thing. Xara, out of character, Xara is technically part of my Paragon Company, and she's currently attached with you guys, but in her she's I'm just there following along for now.
Just do a Gambit style where you show up and Professor X is like, please Gambit, join my X-Men. And then you're like, I'll join you maybe for a little while, but then I leave whenever I want.
And then that never happens.
Actually, yeah, how does Trax just appear in the room?
I just poof in you guys just didn't notice my shadow was in the shadow, and then I heard something about shadow and decided to teleport in and swap with my echo. I heard shadows and was literally shadows.
the shadow talk broke his brooding, and he just appeared.
I heard elf and shadows and was immediately I feel threatened or encroached upon.
So you just poof into the table with everyone, and the three people talking to your team just kind of are taken aback and are just whoa.
Hi, Trax.
Hello?
I imagine Trax giving the shadow elf guy stink eye.
Yep.
Akira, the other shadow person, just puts out a fist bump to that's a Trax, hoping to get a fist bump.
My echo will fist pump.
He kind of looks at that whole thing, and Dorelis is just nice entrance.
Thank you.
I'm imagining one Sasuke and another Sasuke across the
yeah, right. So,
which is, speaking of, I saw Naruto. I saw Naruto just earlier today. I saw earlier today yesterday. I saw Naruto merch in Walmart, and I was like, we need to bring bullying back.
Canceled. Speaking of stretching things to over half an hour, so Trax is here.
Huge Naruto fan.
Yeah.
That's just how Trax enters the room. Huge Naruto fan.
Huge Naruto fan.
Huge Naruto fan.
He just says it to the kung fu elf. He's like, "Oh yeah, hey, I'm a huge Naruto fan."
They can wear matching Akatsuki jackets.
Don't put that bad design choice in our fucking world, Mike.
No, there are not. So anyway,
Everyone deserves a coat.
so yeah, the Dorellis, he's he's just like, so we're basically asking if as long as you guys are continuing to be on the road and taking jobs for the guild, maybe she can tag along with you guys.
Tom says, okay. And then, hands her a Tom cake.
Grabak accepts that.
Zara does not say anything, but she's very visibly pleased.
He kind of looks at everyone. He's like, all right, well, I mean, as long as there's no objections, we can go get her. And actually, Jesse, how would Barry make an entrance into...
So, do you want to have everybody walk outside, or do you want to have her come into the tavern?
Which would you prefer?
You should all walk outside to, like, the town fountain.
So yeah, he's like, well, yeah, she's outside if you guys want to just come with me for a minute. I'll introduce you all.
So, as you guys, like, walk upon the, like, fountain in the center of town that's running correctly now that Balsaron is gone, there's a beautiful, pale, almost sickly-looking girl singing to, like, a small bird that's floating down to land on your hand. And obviously Disney movies don't exist in this world, but to you all, the players, it's got a really classic, like, Disney princess, like, vibe to it. And then she, as, like, the bird lands on her finger, she, like, bends down and looks as though she's going to tell it a secret. And then when she looks back up, there's just no bird. And she, like, notices you all coming and just, like, waves. And then, like, pickups a couple of feathers.
Does anyone notice this? Like, do we see, like, what happens to the bird?
What is everyone's passive perception?
11.
And Jesse, go ahead and give me a
13.
sleight of hand check for Barry.
Oh, she's gonna be great at those.
14.
She's got really bad physical stats.
I got 13.
My passive perception is 17.
Okay.
I don't think we're rolling for perception, are we?
No, it's just your passive.
11 for Tom.
You rolled an 11.
Okay. So I think everyone notices, actually.
Do I recognize her?
You would recognize her as the young woman you robbed the badge from recently.
Do I see a badge on her?
You do not.
Ah, okay.
So,
nod his head.
Also, Grabak is visibly upset about her eating a bird.
Yeah, Sue just like jumps in, then hides behind.
Yeah, right.
Zara's like braids.
Grabak quickly, if Sue wants, Grabak will quickly like tip his hat up so she can sneak under.
Oh, Sue just like jumps in
Oh.
and just like hides behind.
Grabak's taking a liking to little birds, and he's just like, oh no.
Akira Soto whispers to Tom, been in some really desperate situations where I've been really hungry. I don't think I've ever eaten a bird like
Tom's like, oh, you're not supposed to eat birds like that?
I was just out in the woods, like, just walking up the birds. Oh, hey, bird. Oh,
The passive perception of 21, at what point would Barry start hearing people talking about her?
Oh my god, like, you guys, like, right as you kind of notice, that this is all happening.
She heard everything, yes.
Yeah, basically, you heard all of it.
he walks up to us, unblinking. I've heard.
She hops up and like daintily walks over and just responds to the statement as though she was part of the conversation, and it's just like, so you see, I get desperately hungry about 2 or 3 times a day, so whatever works. And she just as she goes to brush her mouth a little bit more, everybody catches that she's just full of canine fangs. But before anything else though, what is the elf guy's name?
Dorellis.
She almost pounces on Dorellis and starts pawing at his hand, at his jacket, and sniffing him, and she's like, you have something good. And she reaches into one of his coat pockets and pulls out his tom cake. And I was like, were you going to eat this?
No, Barry, you go ahead.
Before she can even finish the sentence, she's already spinning it and eating it from edge to center.
Yeah.
And she's just, after she eats it, she just looks at everyone and is like, you guys have these? These are really good.
He made them, and he gestures over to Tom.
She just starts talking to Thrag about it.
Scrag's just they're very good.
They are delicious, and they just talking about candy and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Zara just butts in, and she goes as long as you eat the tom cakes instead of my own pigeon.
So would Barry remember Zara?
Now that was something I actually did want to ask the two of you. Did Zara ever reveal her name to Barry, or did she still think your name is Clarissa?
Oh, I did.
You did?
Reveal.
Okay. Then yeah, you two actually would, recognize each other and everything.
So I'm assuming that Zara looks a little bit different than the last time Barry saw her.
It's been a few years.
When she speaks to her though, she immediately anime girl blooms and just sparkles and stuff. And it's like, Zara, you're alive! And she goes to hug you around the waist and pick you up, and you literally hear a cracking sound, and then she's just oh, I'm so happy to see you, as she bends over and then leans back and tries to realign her back and stuff.
Yeah, so Zara's tries really hard to be dignified and not topple over. So imagine a horse, 6 limbs flailing, still trying to avoid.
She just holds up her finger and she's like, I'll be just fine. Damn fears are super resilient. She breathes in and out.
Yeah, but she pats Barry on her head. It's it's good to see that you're alive as well. And she's really happy. And she smiles brighter than she's smiled for most of the time. She's been smirking, but here she's actually smiling.
Dorellis chimes in. You two know each other already.
Barry says, Zara is one of my first chevaliers. She's an amazing hero.
Oh, well, that makes this a little easier, I think. And in true comic book fashion, I'm going to put a, how did Barry and Zara meet? See, Masquerade of Roses.
Yeah, Zara doesn't refute anything that Barry says, even though like she appeared more heroic than she actually was.
Right. Well, Barry, this is the other group that we talked to you about earlier. They're all okay with you traveling with them for a bit.
So, I've already, oh God, what was the name of the inn? It was the Imperial.
Yes.
Yeah. So the nicer inn in town than the Horses Arse is the Imperial, and it's a nice, fun, big spooky haunted inn. And that's where Barry stays because she can't be paying for low grade quality, food and board. But so the thing is, I've already apparently eaten out the Imperial of most of their stock, and so if you guys had a job or anything that involved well, really anything at all outside of town, I'd be happy to help.
Well, we're just leaving town, so that would work.
Yeah, Zara's like very makes a point to not ask what happened.
Probably don't want to know.
Barry as Barry starts to gather up her stuff that she had settled down, she opens up a tiny cage and whistles for her troop of mice.
So as you do that, just dozens of mice, kind of scurry out and come around you.
And I'm gonna open the door to their mouse house that Archibald made, because we talked about that. That was an actual thing that happened.
Yes, it was.
And so they all, and one of the mice is dressed like a little fancy French knight, and that's important.
That is important.
Akira just kind of looks at this mouse house and she goes, "I'm not sure of the customs of this land. Do you dress your food?"
Oh, no, these are not food. See specifically, and she holds up Sir Crumb on her hand. We have a deal and a promise between friends.
What's this promise?
I will not eat Sir Crumb, and Sir Crumb and her nose nuzzle, and Sir Crumb will not eat me.
Yeah. And Zara's looks eyes the mouse, eyes Barry, and figures, you know what? I don't need to know. I do not need to know.
Rabak looks at Trax. That's an excellent deal. I've made some good deals over the years. That's a good deal.
Trax just nods. Yep.
I'd make that deal.
So once she's all ready to go, Barry takes time to introduce herself to each person individually. Which I mostly say because when she meets Gravak, she does recognize the Kensington name, and they go through the rich person greetings versus normal person greetings.
Fancy
the whole full long names and oh, I know this person, and oh, this person was just at my birthday party.
Mother had them as guests years ago.
It's very recently they almost died at my birthday party.
That sounds like an excellent birthday party.
I had a 50-50 time.
Yeah, I guess I just snorts and goes fun times.
Dorellis looks at Zara. You were at this party she's always on about.
Zara just shrugs.
Right. Well, Barry, Do you need anything from us before we hit the road, or?
Barry like picks up the mouse house and just like fully hands it to him. And he's like, "You must please take care of Sir Crumb."
Right. Yeah, no, we'll take care of him.
She like gets like real super sad serious, like full on rolling for charisma if I have to for it. And it's like, please, Giles, don't understand. He's my first real friend in this country. Oh.
Okay, Barry, we'll make sure, Scraggle take care of him.
Says, I can be your friend.
Oh man, that's a really dangerous thing to say to this. So she rushes to Tom and is like, "So Tom, I appreciate it," and like she like grabs your hand and like goes like, and she's like, "Oh, my mother had these." She's like, then it is a promise between us. We are friends now. I'll make sure you're okay, and you'll make sure that I'm okay.
That promise not to eat him?
Oh, do we have to do that too?
Yeah, you can. I think Akira is just, can we promise just not to eat? Let's have a mutual promise to not consume.
Okay. Well, Ryder to deal. What if after one of us dies? What then?
Okay. Akira takes this really solemnly, and she goes, I need my bones. I need bones delivered to the others. But you may have that.
Oh, then we're friends too.
Barry.
Krabak is busily writing up a contract. My body shall be left intact and returned to my estate. But we are friends.
And takes out like a personal seal. The seal is a rose with like a sunburst on it, like behind it, and she like She like pours wax and like stamps it.
Nice.
Yeah, Zer's like butts in and goes like, we never signed a contract, but I hope I'm not one of those people to eat.
Oh no, it's okay. We're good friends, and also between you and me, the last time I had horse, I didn't enjoy
it. Zara is actually relieved to be compared to a horse for once.
Well, that's one part of Zara she doesn't have to
It's
worry
like when
about.
you have a kind of liquor and you get sick off of it, and then you never want that kind of liquor again.
Barry.
Akira asks for a Balsaron coin if the human part, the top half of the centaur tastes different than the bottom half.
So.
Hey Mike, hang on. Time out for everybody. Hey Mike.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
What?
For making this coin a thing you guys have now. You're
So,
welcome.
in Akira's mind, she just hears, "What?"
And she goes again. Does the top half, what would the humanoid have? What would the right word be?
Zara just like goes loud enough to like try to like speak over malware. We taste absolutely the same.
How do you know
How
that?
would you know that?
Oh.
So remember how Zara said like she's vegetarian?
Yeah.
She pretended that she's vegetarian. And Zara goes like, we're vegetarians for a reason. Completely seriously.
I want to vibe check that.
Real quick, in Akira's mind, she also hears Baltron go, I've never eaten a person before.
You know what? I bet your body did though. Even though I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, no, Kira just
I
shuts
say-
up and goes, "You've never been hungry. You don't
Press
understand."
X to doubt.
So, okay, so yeah, go ahead and Zara, give me a deception check, and Akira, give me an insight check.
Can I get some guidance? Oh, you're not. Archie's not there anymore. Damn, can I get some guidance? Okay.
Tom gives Akira guidance.
We high five.
Yeah, we high five to do it.
Wouldn't it be a high?
God damn it! I rolled a 4.
Oh, no.
How do you have one thing?
Me?
Yeah, give it.
Oh, I did it.
It's high one.
I won.
I
And
won.
then high
Oh,
five.
we ET phone home.
ET.
ET phone home.
There you go.
All right, 27.
Yeah, you can tell she's lying.
Okay. All right. My Akira's internal worldview is not fundamentally shifted. The question still stands. Does the human half? Does the human half, or the the top half of the centaur taste different than the bottom half of the centaur?
Are you saying this
And-
out loud?
No, I'm thinking this in my brain.
Okay, because you know
I mean-
so if you say this out loud, I get to respond differently than I normally would.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll say it out loud. Whatever. I'm asking the coin. Akira doesn't know how to have inside thoughts yet.
So as when you're done saying this, Barry just like appears in between you guys, and it's just like, well, you can always do a little taste without biting.
And like Zara, just like Zara has this air of calmness to her and goes like, when you can eat chicken thighs and chicken breasts, and they might be slightly different, but they still taste like chicken, right?
Yeah, but it's all a chicken.
Yeah, and I'm all centaur.
So while this is all happening, right, Dorellis kind of walks up to Barry, puts his hand very firmly on her shoulder, looks her right in the eye, and goes, "Barry, what is the rule?"
Don't tip more than 5 gold for anything.
Okay, not that one. We don't eat other members of...
Paragon Company.
Right.
Oh,
These are all members of the guild.
Hey, I what it tastes like.
Oh, wait, actually, speaking of, since like I joined Paragon Company and Sue is my guide pigeon, does Sue get her own badge?
No, she wouldn't.
And can she get a badge? Just
I'm a badge.
Do you actually ask that? Because I have a mechanical response in game.
For what?
If you really want me to test your blood.
Yeah, rape my blood.
Oh yeah.
I'm here for it.
So as soon as Akira says this, thereby giving consent, like a thing that is a monster and has no control over their actions, Barry is gonna use Fang Bite and just like lunge onto Akira and just get her right on the shoulder where her jacket's like waved at, like sagged down or whatever.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. I rolled an 18 for a 24.
What's
24 damage?
24 to hit.
Oh, 24 to hit?
What's your AC, Akira?
My AC is 19, so yeah, that hits.
So yeah, the berry just bites right into Akira's flesh.
So I do 6 damage, which means that on my next attack roll or skill check, I can add +6 to it.
Nice.
And also, you're pretty good.
That's comforting.
Oh wait, hang on. So I regained 6 hit points. Yeah, that's pretty. She's like, so it's a D4 plus 3. So I rolled like, oh no, that's pretty good. You're like a 9 out of 10, and you can tell that she's like kind of into you now.
That's great.
Like, Barry, you taste like notes of giant.
Oh yeah, I say that. I'm like, I get notes of giant. This is it's spicy. It's weird that it's spicy.
Dorellis is just like, Barry!
She said!
Barry!
I'm very sorry, I won't do it unless you say it's okay. Again.
Zara's very relieved to be a horse.
He turns to the rest of you and he's just like, okay, I just need everyone to be completely okay with this.
We need to get this out of the way. Does anyone else want to know how they taste to Barry?
So as you're all talking about this, Barry starts to literally fill up. Like her hair gets redder and catches volume, and she looks less anemic. And she starts pumping her arm and stuff. And she's like, "I feel great. I feel like I could totally punch someone."
I get out of character. I can't believe Zara's kind of the straight man in this when she's in general not a straight man to anything.
That's how Jesse feels in our entire relationship, Aya. So it's nothing new.
When Jax is like, is anybody else curious about how they taste? Barry's like, I'm a little full right now, which is weird. So I'll let you know if you're curious.
Yeah, Zara goes I'm fine.
Thumbs up.
Grabog might be curious.
Scrag.
There's a part of you that is.
Scrag tastes gamey according to Barry.
Not in a bad way, though, Scrag.
Oh my god, you guys, we should know. Akira pulls down her jacket. She's like, this is gonna make the coolest scar. You guys, we should have matching friendship scars.
Grabog approves.
So
I look at Barry out and I go, Barry, this is the mark of friendship.
Barry starts to cry blood a little bit. So for real though, out of character, guys, technically, mechanically, I do get a lot of bonuses from biting things, and allowing Barry to bite you, technically foregoing your armor class because you're no, I allow that to hit me and stuff, gives me a plus 4 to 8 to skill check or attack roll. So if you ever just gotta really do something, Barry can do it with a little bit of help.
A little bit of help from the friends.
Yeah.
Okay, to renew my HP.
This is like I imagine someone just Barry's Barry's actual team, I feel have to essentially bop her with a newspaper all the
time. Gives first aid to Akira.
Yay! Is that a cantrip?
I have healer now, so I can do whatever basically.
Oh, that's so cool.
What?
If it makes it easy for you, I can just give her a tom cake and just move on with it.
I was gonna say, if you want them to just be tom cakes, that's fine. But if you want your special med kits to be some sort of snack or something, just let me know.
They'll be tom rations.
Yeah.
Little MREs with Thomas' face on them.
Yeah. Hard
TCRs.
So, as this is all going on.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I was gonna say Tom would have a booming business of selling hardtack that actually tastes like something and not dried food.
Right.
Oh yeah, wait a second. Because Tom can make stuff taste whatever, so Tom can make stuff taste like blood for Barry, I guess.
She's got a very dietary.
It's gonna take some time experimenting.
I think so far tomatoes are the only thing Barry doesn't eat.
So as this is all going on, you guys are all talking, introducing to Barry and everything. Suddenly, in the distance, there's just a loud boom. And you guys look towards it, and you just see black smoke billowing up into the sky from the direction of Zara Fletcher's house.
I would ask you what direction that is, but I don't know anymore.
Right?
Grobak, you should sacrifice your entire hand.
Grobak falls off towards the direction of the house.
All right. All right. We've reached the end of another episode. I'd like to thank my players for being such a fun group to play with. At Cactus Toad on Instagram, who made our character art. At Alpha A for helping with the intro video. Will Savino and his tracks from Music D20, and Burrowbound, link in the description below. And thank you if you made it this far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the Paragon Company.